Hello everyone and welcome back to the Sorrento Bowling Club here in Perth, Western Australia for the final, if you like, of the day, and it is the fours final. It is AFGRI Men's Country Week for 2025, brought to you, of course, by AFGRI, Bowls WA, BCIB and Regional Men's Health Initiative. Myself, Clive Adams and Peter Harris here for the final match of what's been a massive week and a bit.
Yes,
Peter?
long week, and I bet you these boys will be excited for the final, but excited to get it over and done with.
All right, well, first to play is Robert Luciatti for the composite team of Robert Luciatti, Sid Loveland, Robert Marinoni and Mark Shinzig as the skipper. And they are playing the York combination of Gary Lawrence on the mat, Mark Palumbo, Evan Roos and Justin Smith is the skipper of the York team. Stickers, Pete, what do we have there?
We have York stickers, and I think we have white stickers.
Okay.
York stickers for the York, if you were a bit confused. White for the composite team.
Okay, so as the game progresses, we'll get a good look at that. So you can see the white stickers on these blue bowls. As this comes to rest, it'll be a little easier for you to see. Breeze is still there, so it won't be any easier than we've seen throughout. Gary, of course, no roll-up for these two teams, and they have been waiting a little while for this game, so it could take them an end or two just to find their range.
Yes. York played that semi-final first up this morning, so they've been off for a while, and the composite team had a 20-minute roll on rink 6, so...
Of course, we've had our singles final already decided. I don't know whether we give away results or not. Maybe spoiler alert if you are going to go back and watch those, but because you can do that on YouTube, of course.
Mute now.
So just mute for a couple of seconds if you don't want to know what happened. But of course, Maddie France is our singles champion for the 4th time, and we just crowned our pairs winners. It was Pinjarra again. We do have a paddler on the rink as well to help us here, so you might say why we got someone out there, but it helps us to determine who's got shot as well. So we felt like in the pairs that might have been something that we could have used, so they've got someone out there looking for us this time. I think it's Gary, isn't it?
Gary, yes, yep. Gary Burley, helping us out.
So 3 shots to the white stickered bowls of the composite team until this one's come down. It might be enough to change things. it's Robert. The other Robert in this team, Robert
Yeah,
Marinoni.
2 Roberts.
He has drawn the shot. Beautifully played. Evan now. Evan Urus. Just going to catch one of the composite team bowls, one of the white stickered bowls, so still 1 to the Shinzig team. Been a good tournament for the Shinzigs.
It has been.
Of course,
with,
Richard making it through to the pointy end of the singles.
Brother Richard.
And this one sneaks through as well. Robert Marinoni adds another. So Robert and Mark from Moodiara. Then you've got Sid from Pinjarra. And Robert Lushadi from
Kojonup.
Kojonup.
Yes, of course. You can apply for a composite team.
Yeah, I
under
thought it was a good
certain
opportunity to talk about
circumstances.
that, Pete. Yeah. So, yep.
Certain circumstances. Obviously, family is given. That's father, son, or brothers, or that kind of close family tie. And then, of course, there are small clubs, and so Moodiap is certainly one of them. And Kojonup, I can't remember too many Kojonup players up this year, so sometimes even larger clubs, you just can't find players in your club to that want to come up to Country Week, so there's that opportunity. You've got to give you explanations of why.
And of course,
Few
Country
of them
Week
are
is
rejected,
about
but
giving
still.
people an opportunity to play as well.
If you don't have club members, you don't have club members. We don't want them to miss out just because nobody else from the club wants to come up.
17 end final, this one. So, Mark Shinzig, left-hander, holding a couple, courtesy of those 2 good bowls from Robert Marinoni. You find a way in here, looks like it.
Yes, he's played well all week. As he was in the countryside for the first time, way back over a week ago now, Thursday night. Over a week ago, Mark had made his countryside All-Stars debut.
Justin's going to find anything here. Is he finding the gap? He's found the gap. So it's going to be at least 2. Now, how many is this going to be? There's 3 removed, and they're still going to go looking for more.
There's 4. It's a nice start.
And 4 shots
4
it will
shots.
be to the composite team. Shinzig skippered team led 4 shots to 0 after the first end. Well, Jack's going to go right back to almost on the tee. Might just stop short of it. Very close.
Yeah, so really long end.
Just
Yes.
short of the tee.
That's I suppose the opposite of what their semi-final win. They had to come from behind this team. I think they were 7-8-1 down or something
Okay.
in the semi-final yesterday afternoon.
Whereas the York team basically got out to a lead against Mandurah this
Yeah.
morning and just didn't surrender that lead.
No, just held on. Mandurah were coming.
They were. A couple more ends might have been interesting.
I don't think they wanted 21 ends.
Yeah.
Might have been. They'd done all the hard work early.
Pete, I know there's been lots of thanks to you in the speeches, but we haven't really covered those.
that's
But you've done a massive job this week.
It's always a big job, but
I'm sure you're going to thank the players for their cooperation.
exactly.
Mm.
And they're all good. You know, lay the plan out on Wednesdays. The first time we all get together when everyone's at Sorrento. Wednesday, there was a fair few here on Tuesday, but there were others playing pairs and other venues. But you lay the plan down of expectations,
And then you hope for the best.
and then you hope for the best. And especially, the ones that have been here a while, they understand that they could be
Might be a
sitting
little
down
bit of
for a
sitting
while.
around, or there might be a lot of games.
For the ones who maybe it's their first time Country Week or first time getting through the knockouts, they get a little bit toey when they're waiting for someone, especially the pairs players. If you're only in the singles, only in the fours, not playing pairs, well, Tuesday is nearly a write-off for you. You don't necessarily get an opportunity to play, so.
But you've got to be there just in case.
You've got to be there just in case they lose, or you try and tell them early enough that you can go home now, or you can go relax in the pool or wherever you're staying, and so just got to keep those conversations. So they've been great. They've been really good. Look pretty dicey come Thursday morning. Obviously 2 players I think still in all 3, and about 7 or 8 still in 2.
I'll tell you.
Thursday morning. So
I sat there before I got in my plane home yesterday and went, I don't know how this is going to work out for tomorrow morning. I knew that I was landing at 10:30 last night, Pete, coming home, and I thought I might be able to come and watch.
I was
Great shot there. Well played there from Mark Palumbo.
So I think on Tuesday night, the last game finished around 6:30, and about 7 o'clock on Wednesday, and 8:30 last night. So it crept in, but we got there.
Credit to everyone.
We got there.
It's credit to everyone and to yourself. See the work that goes in the office for Country Week. We all put in the office for in preparation for Country Week,
and now we start on we continue with the ladies. We'll get those draws out early next week for you, ladies.
And there was talk of venues, so still looking for a few venues?
Yeah, I obviously haven't been in the office for a couple of days. We sent out
great shots here.
Yeah, 2 great shots. Another notice, because we didn't quite get enough the first time. It's that time of year. But 2 great shots.
So, Robert Marinoni delivered in spades on the first end. Come up with something again here. Needs that to get down. He's going to get some help. Not really.
There's a bit of room. Not that easy to get to maybe, but there's a bit of room.
York looking to strike back after dropping 4 on the first end. Not an ideal start. Then grab 2 or 3 on the end back. That certainly dilutes the damage. In the zone.
Clear road.
Just turned onto the front. Still, that's a York bowl.
It's a York bowl, I think.
Yep, that's the bowl of Gary Lawrence that came up.
Can Robert find a way through to at least get a nice third? Give Mark something to play with.
Well, he's not bad. Peter.
He wouldn't.
Oh.
If he got that just a little bit less, he might have fell down for a chance there.
The perfect split, didn't it? Oh.
He might have just stood the York ball up and flopped in himself.
What an effort.
But that gives Mark something to play to now. Little stress on the turnover.
Well, I'll tell you what, have a look at this effort.
Slide underneath for counting.
Oh, well, it's a great shot. I don't know whether it counts. It's close. You'd probably favour it.
Favour it from this angle.
I think we saw the shadow of 3 fingers actually get held up. Yeah.
I think Mark might get a bit serious down there.
It's framed it a bit, hasn't it?
Down.
How's it look?
Straight down that line.
It looks very inviting, doesn't it?
It certainly does. He's not going to be short on this one. This might be rapid fire.
I actually haven't seen Mark drive. Does he have a big drive?
No, it's not huge.
Oh.
I was expecting more than that. I'll be honest with you. That's not his driving
technique.
Weight. No, no, that's not his driving weight. Gets past. Okay, well, I'll expect more this next time.
Well, realistically,
he can't draw it.
He can't draw the shot there.
Well, I suppose if he can follow the same path as the York bowl, he can flop back off it.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
That's an easy shot. Wow. Come up with that. I'd want to clap.
I won't even stand and clap. It's a tough shot, but I would. You just Maybe he's just looking for something
Justin
behind.
Smith, well, without the
Oh.
edge, he was right in the zone there to change it a little as well.
See if he just wanted a back one before he attacked, or whether he legitimately doesn't want to attack. No.
Of course, we were talking earlier about Country Week multiple singles winners, and Justin Smith is one of those as well.
He is. There's a difference of opinion here. I think Robert wants him to play. Oh no, he's changed his mind again. He wants to flop back. I'm not sure Mark's convinced.
That is a very difficult shot.
Very difficult, we'll see.
They're concerned about.
They're
They've
only
only
going-
really got one bowl in the head, haven't they?
Looks a little bit protected, but that doesn't look like theirs is going without a lot of other stuff.
The edge of the front yellow could send it out, but then would he get the jack with it? Probably.
Probably get half the jack.
Mm.
Now he's got a back one.
So he is going more weight.
He's certainly going. What's the line like?
It's drifting.
Oh, a lot of happening. So it's 2 or 3.
Yeah, well, 3 was the signal. Now, they did get a little nudge, that bowl, so if we're on a synthetic green, that would move that bowl, not so much on grass.
Yes. So it would have shuffled it. So Justin looking, he doesn't mind that bowl onto the jack. That would make 4.
Well, this could be a massive shot.
4 or 5 if he can turn the orange onto
His
the
own
jack.
bowl, own York bowl coming up, so there's plenty there for him to play on the forehand.
You could go either. There is danger on the backhand if he gets on the outside
He's
of the.
going forehand, so
There's no. You wouldn't think there's any danger on the forehand.
searching underneath for the closest bowl of the Shinzig team.
So he's got a little bit of weight.
Tell you what, he's very close.
Is he holding? He's nearly holding too much.
Well, he's come up into the count himself anyway, I think.
I'm not sure he does.
3 it is.
3. Yep. So in, one out. It's a great effort.
Well,
Only half a bowl.
4-3 after 2 ends.
Yep. Yep. Now we're going for the cricket.
Yeah.
6 and out.
So that's 4-3 rather than 7-0, so we'll get that fixed up.
It's been a long day. Mitch.
Yeah,
Long day. We're
doing it.
here at. I was here at 5:30, and Mitchell was already here before me. So I'm thinking 5 o'clock this morning.
yeah, he's doing a good job.
Yeah, near enough. What's another hour or 2?
All right, now does this one hang on? We've seen bowls drop away here throughout the day, and that one does as well. So it's now Robert Leshaddy. Looks to get up there, just looks like he's going to be drifting across as well, and a little bit short of it. We may have an issue on the far camera, so we'll just there we go. Okay, so that one drifts on by as well. So still room. Now, this looks like it might be the best so far.
Just going to run through.
Certainly the best so far. Just.
Just yes.
It kept running.
I'm not even convinced it is. This is the best one. It's a good shot here.
Yeah, that's Sid Loveland. Comes up with a beauty. Columbo with the right of reply here. It needs just to hang on. It's going to drop away.
Might stick for...
Once they go there.
They do. It's a vicious hook at the end, isn't it? If you're just inside the line, it goes quick.
And that's what we saw. Dom in particular had to wrestle with that, and just a different profile of the bowls. This one will turn as well, but the pace is good. That's well played. Terry Turner says good morning from Scotland. Hello, Terry. Good to have you on board. Terry, you're watching bowls from Sorrento Bowling Club in Perth, WA.
One trying to hold on, but it's just going to duck off. But it will sit for 3. So Evan Oos York really needs... Can it sit inside one of them just to give...
Again, it just gets that little drift away, doesn't it?
Coming out the back door, so... Might still be 2 or 3. 2. 2's the call at the moment for the composite team.
It wouldn't surprise you for Robert to be around the place here. Though he's been good so far, although he's just fed it out there this time.
Yeah, got out deep this time. So it's at least 2 on the crossover. Justin do. He's got a bit to sit, but unfortunately you've got to be
there's also gaps.
Yeah, you've got to be tight to sit, and then you can just run away. So
let's have a look at this, and there it goes.
The tightness of it.
Same fate.
Yeah, you're tempting fate.
Look at that. When you actually look at where that bowl has ended up, and he didn't touch a thing.
No, it's done well.
Quite incredible. Mark Shinzig on his backhand side. Just needs us to get down a little bit.
Just anything past that front one, he counts.
Just crashed into the front.
Still enough.
Yeah, that'll do.
So minimum of 3. Can Justin get it out there?
We've got another score looming here.
This is close. If his weight's good, it's close, but he might be not quite there.
Well, he certainly made a difference.
Certainly tried hard, didn't he? It's a really good shot from Justin Smith. So we've got 2 the call. Wind has been consistent all day. Not heavy, but
certainly impactful.
Yeah.
So 2 was the call. We'll just see if York agrees. And they do. So 2 it is, and it is a 6-3 lead to the Shinzig skipped team over the York combination skippered by Justin Smith. 6-3 after 3 ends have been played. 17 ends is the journey for this one. At that point, we'll crown a champion.
Champion Force team and a champion club of the year.
I was about to say, is there any hints on where that's looking at the moment, Peter? You get any inside running?
I'll tell you where it's not heading.
Okay, well, we'll make a list of those, shall we?
No, there's too many.
Right.
Too many of them.
Does this match look like it impacts And
No.
how do you
It doesn't.
how do you control that from a composite
Composites
perspective?
do not get points,
Right. Okay.
irrespective of if your club
So
is
it's not like
involved.
the individual gets a point
No,
or anything like that.
It's a
Okay.
whole club team only. So this is York's only final, so they can get obviously the maximum points, but it won't help them. So it's, I can give you the top 4 in no particular order.
As that one just passes the jack.
Give me a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Thought I could, but whoa.
Well, Big Breeze comes up behind this bowl. Now, will this have a bit of an impact on this bowl? He's done pretty well, given that got quite likely belted. Sid Loveland now to find his way to the jack, and he's done pretty well with this. That's a great shot from Sid.
Great shot.
Tucks in behind the jack. I don't know whether they're little eyes that are on that bowl or what, but they were looking at us.
I said all day, it is a little easier going this way because you've got the wind behind you, so it's not causing the havoc on the line as much as pushing into the breeze. But still quite tough to get consistency.
Well, he's in the area again. Sid with 2 great bowls, a little quicker on that one. Don't know whether they're little eyes or whether they're zeros or what, but if he keeps getting them that close, it'll be 000 rather than 00 for the opposition. Robert Marinoni with his first attempt on this 4th end of the match. His line's great.
Just find a resting. No, rest behind it. So nice setup so far. Just needs a little bit here from Evan. Just to,
Oh, he's missed his line there.
he wasn't happy.
Just didn't get that out. Often you can watch the bowler and not the bowl, and it was very clear early that that one hadn't got away.
Only 2.
And this might do enough to
That's it.
count as well. It just needs to run a bit further.
That'd have to be number 3. 3 shots. So
The York team just struggling to find their range at the moment. Now this is, well, it's definitely better. How many does this cut out, if any? It's kept rolling. Don't know that that's had an impact. There's those. There they are. So just interesting. Couple of little eyes.
maybe the sticker's just covering something else. A mouth.
Keith watching from Adelaide. Hello, Keith. Well, this isn't far away from Mark Shinzig. Played it really well. A little sneak on the way in, that'll do. Didn't need it. He was good anyway.
Oop, Justin.
Well, we know he's
another
quick.
fast ball.
Yeah, another one.
We should have mentioned. The cameras are going to have to work overtime to keep up with Justin.
Oh, he's played this well, Peter. That's a huge bowl.
shot.
That is a huge bowl.
It's a classy player.
Didn't want to waste his time thinking about it. Now, if he's down, does he just look for the bowl here? Which I believe he said we're down with that. But he does have a good trail available as well,
Yeah.
Mark Shinzig.
Sit bowl, trail.
How much is he getting down?
He's trying. Is he going to... Trying.
Oh, that's a great effort. Right, so Paula letting us know that Sid's bowls have a smiley face on them. We just weren't quite picking up the smiley face.
No, I told you, the mouth was missing.
Well, keep getting that close. No wonder they're smiling. You get a bit far away, it
becomes a frown.
turns into a frown. Justin just needs us to hang on now, line-wise. Played it really well.
Done it again.
Jack movement, don't know whether that's helped him or not. We'll have to have a look. But it looks like 2.
2.
Yep.
Good decision.
Well,
Justin
what
turned that around, didn't
what
he?
a turnaround that is. Yeah, absolutely. He was at least 3 down at one stage there and says, I'll just grab 2 myself and we'll have another multiple. 6-5 after 4.
As you said, a classy player.
6-5 after 4, and we haven't had a single scored at this point at all. It's been a 4, a 3 and 2 twos. So can Gary be first to Jack here? A bit of an opportunity while that breeze has died down. Just needs it to hang on. You talk about positives in bowls. It's not the worst idea to have a little smiley face on your bowls. You have a look down and hey, they're smiling at me.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Depends how your day's going. Sometimes you don't want to be cheered up.
Nice bowl here. Yeah, that's
Good shot.
well played
Great
from
shot.
Gary.
So I can give you the top 5 for the club of the
Okay.
club of the thing in alphabetical order.
The club of the thing.
Club of the Well, I've actually written club of the year, but it's not club of the year.
It's not club of the year, no.
It's the club of Country Week.
Yeah.
Club of Country Week.
Is that the, I want to say Bignell Trophy?
I should know.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's the Bignell Trophy.
In alphabetical order: Emu Point, Geraldton, Mandurah, Merredin, and Pinjarra. They're the top 5.
Okay.
Emu Point, Geraldton, Mandurah, Merredin, Pinjarra.
In
Top
alphabetical
5.
order. Yep. All right. Well, those clubs, you're in the running.
Yep, they've all got their advantages.
So,
and
in that
disadvantages.
case, this result doesn't affect that
This
result.
doesn't affect
Okay.
this result
Yep.
because York. This is the only York team that was involved in anything.
Yep.
Get points all the way down to quarterfinals. In
Let me
all
say
3
the
events.
the only team that was involved in anything, the pointy end of anything.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Sorry, yes. You get points all the way down to quarterfinals in all 3 events.
Just looking for this to finish off.
Yeah.
You can see they're starting to find their range a little bit more. And it had a couple of ends in this direction now. Not so many of those tight bowls that we saw in the previous end. Sid with the smiley face. What's he got?
Pull up short.
Yeah, it's not going to be a smiley, is it?
You can tell, like they're feeling that breeze across them, but Sorrento, we know, doesn't always follow what the breeze is doing. This hand does like to turn a little bit more, with or without breeze.
Yeah, I certainly was going to mention that, Dave. Dave's made the point there that Justin comes from an outstanding bowls family from York and great people to go along with it. Absolutely. Couldn't reinforce that anymore.
Justin's mum currently in the was in the over 60s ladies state team last year for the first time. She'll be, I'm sure, pushing again for this
Yep, Sean.
upcoming. Had a really good series. Played 3 to Pam Chalmers.
Over the last few years, state titles, of course, Hayden, late Hayden, and
Aaron and Justin have always performed extremely well at Country Week. State pairs titles as well.
had the pleasure of Hayden's company a few times on the green in state events and things like that. Was always a wonderful leader of the family, and
Certainly.
absolute tragedy that struck the family a few years ago now.
So a little bit of weight here. I think it's too wide. And he was correct. Won't hold on the back, so it'll be off.
Right, Justin
So-
on the mat, and we'll just stick with this angle just for
Yep.
just while we're sorting out a couple of things. So we'll let you know as these bowls are coming down. Justin has delivered the next, and it's on its way. Just going to go in behind it as well.
Pretty good home. What's Mike going to do? Is he going to play more weight? Or go back to the dead draw?
There's Mark.
Thinking about it.
Well, he's pushed up the line, but the attempts
Yeah.
we've seen with these is that they're tight.
A bit more weight, I think, required. More draw
Any-
weight, but
virtually any time anyone's tried to push up that line, they've been on the tight side, haven't they?
yeah, you've got to play more than what you want to play, I think, if you're going to do that. Justin Smith again. Is he going to drop? Trying to.
It's not a bad place to land.
It's 3 to York. Can Mark Shinzig. He's got more weight this time.
And this time he's pushed through that bend. Yep. It's a tricky shot to play up there with any sort of weight. 3 to York is the call, and that gives York the lead in an incredible match so far. 8-6 after 14 ends. We're just shy of 3 and end for the run rate, if you like, and we still are yet to see a single scored.
Singles been hard to come by today overall, I think. Every game, I think, has been a feast
Let me have a look for
a
you.
feast of multiples.
So we had 3 singles. If that last end was only a 1, we were not quite sure what that last end was, but it doesn't matter. So there was 3, plus the first end. So 4 singles scored in the pairs game over the 14 ends.
Yep. So
And I mean, in the singles, I guess you're bound to see a few more singles scored.
I'm sure we saw a whole lot. Just pulled up 3 feet, 3 feet short.
9 of the 20 ends, which wouldn't be a big number in singles.
No.
Means 11 of the ends were multiples. That's probably it seems like a high number. I've never statted that. Might have to start statting
Gonna
that.
say. There you go. Got a new idea.
All right, a little bit of weight to find for Gary on his first attempt.
So he's only going to run this out. The line's pretty good.
Just didn't find it.
gonna be
Almost the
similar.
same. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, consistent.
Now on the other hand,
Well, it's going to lose 2 feet.
well, he'd almost be happy with the same. Just touch the jack to his own. Coming from a good arc.
Yeah, good angle again. do the job.
You have to clap that. The reality is, in these conditions, anything that's within a couple of feet, you got to say well played. Not easy. This is certainly a tighter line for.
He's got some
Mark.
weight on this, but heart for Jack. Oh,
Oh, wow.
No, no Jack for you.
Oh, wow. And this is not far away
That's
either.
it, looking to slide underneath.
Really well played.
And he also, it's a good Jack protector, that bowl.
Yeah. So does he look for something similar, or does he try and take that little bit of weight off? It looks similar. Pushing up that line again, looking for a landing zone. He's closer.
Is he closer? The bowler's got him again.
He's played it well, though. That's a good shot. Definitely cut out the back ones.
Might have cut them all out.
The one that he rolled up might still be shot.
It's a bit harder for one, but it's not a. It's a tough shot around those. There's no easy passage in there for them now. Without giving, you nearly got to be nearly worth giving shot away.
And still play the back end, trail the Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be okay to give the shot away if that's what happened. Because this shot is difficult.
I'll tell you what.
He had the weight. It was going
What
to,
a
he's
shot.
got the weight. I take it back.
What a shot.
Play the hard shots.
That is brilliant. That one is smiling. I'll stop doing that. But
That was a great shot from Sid. Evan going from a really good angle here.
Well, he's not far off drawing it round it. He's not far off drawing it round it. It falls in. Close.
Nope. Only close again. Be as close to those front white ones as you can.
Well, Sid just showed you how it's done, Robert. Can you do the same? Robert Marinoni looking to get round the front.
The angle's right, but
the
weight's
weight.
not.
Yeah. Oh, this suddenly looks like a nice shot for the York team now, just to be underneath and sitting that shot bowl out of there.
Oh, got some weight on this. Is he going to hold? So there's coming. Oh, putting it to a good spot.
Justin put in a last-ditch effort for
Luck.
looking for a little bit of luck.
Just covering himself.
It looks a tightish line. Is he hanging on enough?
For the inside of the orange. Well, that changes
Wow.
things a little. Still got the York Bowl second shot, which looks pretty hard to remove.
It does. It's pretty safe where it is, isn't it?
But it does allow them to get back on that, well, backhand, but to actually just trail the Jack a little bit.
What it also means is that the York team just need to be a little bit careful if they're playing backhand. They don't want to bounce that bowl out that's behind their own bowl, because then it does become vulnerable.
Yeah.
And they are playing a little bit of weight, so Justin has let this go and it's coming into view now. He's just going to... Well,
Ooh,
no harm
really?
done.
No.
No harm done.
Mark can play a similar shot with slightly less weight, but draw that Jack. It tucks it in, makes it safe, and could make 3 or 4.
Well, the thing with that shot is that it even works off the York bowl. Actually, if he got it straight and it's squeezed, it still works for Mark Chinzig's team. There's not a lot of danger there, really. And a lot of reward.
Ooh, it's very good here. That 2 feet of weight.
He's out on a very wide line. That won't get down. It may get down late, but it won't get down in time.
Not the worst spot. It does give it a little bit of protection if it squeezes the other way. Justin's still got some weight, probably less than what he had.
He might take away the value here. That's exactly what he's done.
It's just a draw now.
There's justification for the other hand. And that's the call. So it's, look, I was going to say it's a forehand shot, but of course Mark is left-handed,
Yeah,
so
it's
it's a
backhand
backhand
shot.
shot. And this is more about safety than anything. They've got one, a rare one, Peter.
Yeah. Well, it's not one yet. This line's okay. What's his weight like?
Oh, he's very
What is
close.
his weight like?
Just
Stuns
collapsed.
underneath.
Just collapsed on the front. So one, it will be to Mark Shinzig's crew, and they close the gap to just one shot. It is 8-7 in favour of York after 6 ends have been played. We are playing 17 ends, so 11 to play. (3:20 in the afternoon local time here at Sorrento. We've had a sea breeze pretty much all day. I'm not sure this morning.
Yeah.
I mean, it still felt like it was maybe a southerly more than a southwester,
Yeah,
but
it was never been completely different to the other days. This time of day for the other days has been just perfect. There's been no breeze.
Well, that's a solid start. See what Gary Lawrence can come up with. Just feels the breeze a bit there. Right on the back of the mat.
Yeah, he's nearly off the back of the mat. I was thinking the same thing.
Just misses any trail, and that one will run away.
Really call at the back. Better one, Robert, but I think he's going to pull off a bit short. Line was better.
And that's where the call would have come from. The line would have
Line
looked
was
sweet from
best.
from in behind. And that's a similar line.
Yeah, the line is good. He's got a little bit of running in this. Is he going to put the anchor out with the jack? No. And he ended up having none less than he. I thought that was a bit slow, but it wasn't.
So still plenty of bowls to come, Pete. Women's Country Week, as we mentioned.
Women's Country Week.
Still got a couple of events.
All the Metro pennant finals are not that far
We
away.
have 4 more games in Metro
certainly
Pennant.
We know there's country pennant finals have been done, some happening very soon. There's a bit of a mixture between the different leagues. So, saw some busy times.
What have we got left in state events? Still state triples
So
left.
Triples in April, yeah. Mixed pairs,
Australian indoor qualifying. Still quite a few things.
over 60s mixed pairs.
Women's 100 up still coming as well.
Women's 100 up is coming. Lisa Featherby looking for 4 in a row.
It wouldn't surprise you.
I reckon there's somewhere in the past, if you had 4 or 5 in a row, you got to keep the trophy.
Yeah.
I remember something like that, but
Okay.
I could be wrong. Sounds familiar to me. I never got that opportunity, but I think somebody did.
So keep an eye on the Bowls WA website and the events entry page, and all of those events will come up.
Of course, our under-18s also in April. If you have juniors at your club,
Yes,
Even-
beginning of April, that, isn't it?
even if they don't have partners or for the pairs or the triples, get their names in. We try and make up as many teams as we can, just with single names.
Oh,
That helped.
that's fortunate.
Yes.
Suddenly that's now vulnerable. That York Bowl on the outside just looks a little vulnerable.
They'll be trying to use it themselves with just minimal weight, but
Great effort.
is he going to get all of it?
Oh, that's a really
that-
ugly result. Still sits framed.
It's open enough
Yep.
that it's given them a chance still.
So the choice is to cover rather than change. And that's always the dilemma when you're holding shots like this.
Yep.
A bit of a V there.
Yeah, do you try and change it a bit and make it harder, or you just cover? Not going to get around it, so he didn't either.
Well, this could be a massive conversion.
Jack down the line is nearly all of them. That's currently on the green.
Oh, and he's
Oh,
close.
close. It gets down, as it has been. Wow. Really good shot.
That was going to be in the region of potentially about a 9-shot turnaround.
So it's still there for Justin Smith to make that conversion. What will Mark do? Cover? We'll just try and change it up a little bit.
I think he's declared his hand. He wants cover.
It seems, yep, unless he's changed his mind. Did I feel a drop of rain? I know we're under cover, but the wind was blowing it in. Just cover here. Is he just sliding around enough?
Needs it to run. That's not really enough to
No,
cover.
The line was good enough, but the weight wasn't. Opportunities here. Justin likes opportunities. Just a smattering. Has he got it?
Wow.
No.
This is huge. This is absolutely huge.
This is a big bowl.
This must pass. If he's
Yeah.
choosing to do that, this must pass. Can't leave another one just hanging out there and not covering.
Well, he has passed.
Has he gone
Well,
too far?
Little help if Justin hits it too hard.
Wow.
But
This is huge. This is 4 shots at the moment to the Shinzig
it's
team, and if
6
it's a
or
jack
7.
down the line, could be 6. Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't like it. He's cut the line.
Oh wow. That is huge.
So they hang on for 3.
4.
4.
Yes, 4
Sorry,
shots.
Apologies.
11-8 in favour of Mark Shinzig's crew. 2 from Moodiara, 1 from Pinjarra, 1 from Kojonup. And they lead at 11-8 after 7.
Bit of camera movement going on. I just
Well,
might have grabbed the.
Mitch's wonderful setup is mounted on a pole, but unfortunately at the back of the rink, a lot of people grabbed those poles.
Yes.
And that's what's happened there. So he's just gone and tidied that up for us.
Maybe not quite as essential now as he would have liked. I guess it's moved.
Well, bit of a longer length than we've seen, perhaps. Nothing drastic, but a little bit longer.
Yes.
It's always the way, Russ. Russ saying Justin didn't miss those against us in the quarters or will in the semi.
Got a long memory, Russell. Let me tell you, long memory. Keeps reminding us about state triples we might have played together against him. Every time I got a little wick.
You did? Yeah.
Every time I talk to him, it gets bigger and bigger. Just pull up short, had the line right. So
Of course, Russ played with
the great
Dennis Catt and Ken Screech.
Dennis had plenty of titles to his name. He didn't need another one.
Both that are unfortunately no longer with us.
Great blokes to play against.
Yeah.
Dennis Catt could be hard to play with sometimes, Dennis.
An absolute legend of our sport.
Absolute best you'll ever see.
The only reason you say he just demanded excellence,
He
didn't
did. His demands was... They certainly were.
Now, is this one?
I think we got him before you, Russell.
Yeah. Well, that'll do. That's
Yeah.
another one in the area.
This little run on this is just going to slide. Helping.
A little bit of a bounce.
Helping.
I think that same triples was around when you could give the mat away when you won the end.
Okay.
And Phil Potts was our
Potts was
third
our lead.
player, our lead, and I think he went an entire day and rolled the jack once. And we won all 3 games. It was a previous day. He rolled the jack once.
It's probably good with Potsy.
So he's a Sorrento member these days.
Yeah, it was on the Great Carlisle Greens. That's how long ago that was.
I remember it being Yokine, but
Well, I thought it was Carlisle.
yeah, okay.
Russell will tell us.
Pretty sure it's Yokine.
Oh, maybe it was the Pairs at Carlisle.
You've lost track of where you got all your wicks, have you?
Yes.
Close here.
It's a
Look at
great
this.
shot here.
What a great
Great
shot.
shot.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, it stuck out, which you would have loved it not to, but it's a brilliant shot regardless.
Yeah, looking for a bit of weight under the... Where's he going? I'm not sure if he's measuring under the blue or around the blue. We're going to find out. Under the blue at the front. Well, they
No
can-
change.
You can whatever weight they like now. Follow the orange was the call.
Well, the path was mapped out perfectly, wasn't it? Yokine it was. Perth Pennants confirming that.
David wouldn't know. Well, open track now. If you can get onto the jack around the corner, make a few.
Well, it's starting to climb down from there, Pete. Has the run.
Hasn't got the run, but a bit disappointed with that one. So ideally, Evan would be under the orange here and just maybe just trailing the jack a little. Taking the seat away. Weight was pretty good for it. It's landed in quite a nice
Yeah, it
home.
doesn't go astray there, does it? But that bowl is sitting there, waiting to no longer be sitting there.
Yeah, Richard. Mark. That's despicable. Richard's back feeding the sheep. Mark told me.
Okay.
He got sent home last night. Go feed the sheep. Someone. We both can't be in the city
Yeah.
for a whole week. Hasn't shown an inclination to play big weight.
No, this is
Been-
going to be a little stuck out there, I think, although
That'll
little
help.
edge doesn't change anything.
But there's a number to be had if you can get it clean, isn't there?
Good on Robert for just realising where he was standing there and giving us a look. Now, how much has this got on it?
Not enough.
Does it get another one around the place, though? It certainly helps.
Might
Cut out a couple
might
of the
bit
side
more.
ones. Yep.
Okay.
We've got the back of the rink.
They do have the backers.
Feel like weight doesn't matter here. It's one of those ones where you just play whatever comes out.
I think so.
Just look for the bowl and play whatever comes out.
Get it clean, great. You get the jack. There's no damage.
I think you can overdo, in these situations, you can overdo thinking about the weight.
Too cute.
It's one of those ones, just play it.
What's Mark playing?
And it is just whatever comes out type weight.
Is it going to get down?
No result.
No, but looking for a way in without.
Yeah, he's got to get in there with no jack movement. That's the issue. So perhaps best chance not to move the jack is to run into his bowl if he's on track to move the jack. So that's why he's gone to the forehand side. Just looking to find a way past his own.
He is close. Is he past it? But
Probably was just lacking a foot.
just
Just lacking a foot of weight, but one important shot to York. It's now 11-9 in favour of Mark Shinzig's composite team. That's after 8 ends have been played. We have 9 ends to play because we are playing 17 in total for the title. Of course, AFGRI, the chief sponsor of Men's Country Week and Women's Country Week, in combination with BCIB and the Regional Men's Health Initiative, bring you all the action here today. I think we all breathed a sigh of relief when we saw it wasn't going to be 38 degrees again.
yes.
Well, this is well pointed.
Yeah, the weight looks pretty good too. That's a really good shot on this hand.
Beautifully played, Robert Luciati.
Okay, let's just miss that line again a little bit.
It's just about where the bowl starts to turn.
Hmm.
If it turns a bit early on you, you're in trouble because it's not stop and turning.
No. Once it starts.
It's just about where you point the bowl. That one is going to be pointed out too deep. So now he just wants it to run. As soon as you're wide, you just want to be quick because you can still be useful at the back of the rink. And that's where that one's landed.
Mark just needs it to hurry here because he's got the line good. He just hasn't got the weight.
That'll bring a change of hand for
Yes.
the composite crew. Sid onto the forehand side. Not a huge difference in line on either hand anyway.
No. I've tended to stay away from that hand, but probably thinking just with the wind direction it's going to be quite wide, but
pace
it's
is
not.
unders, so
Change from York as well.
yeah, I was going to say it's interesting because it looks like there's that little shot underneath to land the bowl, but we know what it does underneath on that line. It's not an easy shot. Drifting under on the backhand side to sit the shot bowl is not
much.
easy.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's got a bit of speed on this one, I think. The line's pretty good. Just not going to quite anchor in.
This one also out on
Yep.
that wideish line.
Widespread head here. Just looking for someone to tidy it up.
I'm sure plenty of the Sorrento locals here are looking on and going, yep, doesn't get back that much
Yep.
out there, not when it
Yes,
doesn't feel like it.
Don't be fooled. Come and talk to us. We'll tell you. Don't trust the breeze. So how much late turn will Evan get here? Not as much as he would have expected.
Well, that looks about the line, but is there
Bit
any
of weight.
speed on this? No. So that's just a case of focusing so much on the line that you just forget to concentrate on that weight. So I think it's just the one. I actually haven't noticed a signal from Gary. I'm sure he's made it. I just haven't been looking when he's done so.
Justin just pushed this through. Got the line right.
And again, it's poised to turn. Again, probably just a little bit of weight and line to correct there. You can Justin find his line up here. And he too's gone out deep, and I think he's concerned it's not coming back.
Didn't come back enough. Make it count is the call.
Yeah, no real value shot here. It's just a matter of trying to draw within
Yes.
2 feet to
Do what
count.
everyone else has been trying to do.
Now,
Don't-
has this got the journey?
Negative.
Nope. But tricky little end there. I think
Yep.
it's just one. Yes, one it is to Mark Shinzig and his crew. They led at 12 shots to 9 after 9. So 8 ends to play to find our final Country Week champion for 2025 in the men's division. We're really none the wiser. This game can still go either way.
Yes, plenty of ends to someone to make an indent.
3 of the last 4 ends now have gone the way of the composite crew. Skippered by Mark Shinzig, 12-9, the scoreline.
Gary's got good line here. This is a really good shot here. There you go.
Great shot.
Oh, Justin's happy. Justin's happy.
Oh,
He wanted to be the one to chalk it. So what happens when you sit down? You sit down.
how often does that happen?
Yes. The old one on, one behind. That doesn't always cheer the leader up.
Sometimes works.
Well, what kind of run is this? Because this is pretty close, isn't it? This is really close.
What has Sid done? Oh, it's a great shot.
Yep, nice position. Just that 2 feet. Very accommodating skipper here. Whatever you like.
Oh dear.
And that's not what he likes.
The weight was actually really good.
No, the weight is good.
Just didn't get out to the line.
Yeah.
And it was clear early that it wasn't going to hang on.
Might have to get a jacket. Oh, it's getting a bit cool. Getting a bit cool.
You said that this time yesterday?
No, I was looking for a bathing suit. That wouldn't have been pretty.
Glad we weren't live streaming that.
That wouldn't have been pretty.
Well, back of the rink covered.
Yep.
They're just wrestling with the breeze here. There's no doubt about it. Now, better line here.
What's the weight like? Same weight?
Oh, it's close.
Justin's happy.
It is close. Oh, that's a good bowl. Sets up a little bit of a landing zone now. Even though that bowl doesn't really help with the landing zone, it just makes it look better, doesn't it?
Yep. Yeah, makes no difference to it.
This is very close to the jack.
Get down again. Just not quite. Again, that helps.
Well, that's now loaded up. So there are options galore looming for Mark Shin's crew here to just reach with some weight. Bowl locked in at the front of the head. If anything, that's just a nice little guide to get under. I'd like to see 2 or 3 feet here, Pete.
Yep.
Get onto that bowl, move the jack.
Goes the call on its way. No line.
And we'll just go out of bounds at the back.
Too late. The other ball's halfway down.
Yeah.
They've been.
And does this find a way? Does this find a way around the front? It does, and sits. Well, that's huge. That makes a big difference. Even if it's not, it does count, so it is 2. So even if it didn't count, it was made a massive difference the way that that head looks from the mat end. What are you playing, Pete?
I don't think it changes the shot much. Mark shot.
Is it potentially more forehand now than backhand? Oh, well, he's left-handed as well, so that just complicates it that touch more.
I think his forehand is still the shot. You get the
Okay.
squeeze on the jack.
Could still work for him. So it is forehand with a bit of weight on his left-handed forehand side.
It's on its way.
And we'll just drop under. Now that one has stayed on the green. Is it inbounds? I believe it is not.
No, it just got picked up.
It won't do enough to count, but it will go to a nice home.
So it's just the weight. The line is good.
It covers that jack movement out that way.
Definitely looking for some bowl contact.
It's still not going to have enough to hold on, I don't think.
Get
Oh, I've
some
called that
shot,
wrong.
like I
That's a
say.
great shot. Wow. I thought that was drifting under, but he had a bit more weight than I thought he had. Played it really well. I better give him an apology after that. After this one.
Trying to work out how to tell you you were wrong with
Well,
that
he
thing.
played that a lot more aggressively than his previous. That's what got me. His last bowl didn't make the ditch. That was making the ditch with weight, no doubt.
Justin's asked
Beautifully
if it's got
played.
2 seconds. Potentially has. The back's okay for him as well, so he won't be short here.
So does he go flat out at this, or? Just feel like
I think he can.
the
if he
wind's
wants to.
died down, so he won't feel like he has to beat the wind. No, it's just solid. You're looking for that luck.
again.
It's close to some luck
Luck.
too.
Oh,
Wow.
If it falls out, it might be 3. Might be 3 anyway.
He has apologised,
It's 3.
and it is 3. So we're locked away, Pete. It's 12 apiece.
12 apiece on 10.
12 apiece after 10. 7 ends to decide our fours champion. And, yep, Justin with an apology there, acknowledging that was fortunate.
Wasn't far away, but it was fortunate.
He noted about halfway down that he was going to need a little bit of luck, and he was correct.
Got it right that time. Yeah, it's gone early. So
It's a matter of continuing to play this hand with confidence.
Hmm.
As soon as you're a little bit juttery with this hand, you're going to find trouble.
It's hard to know what the other hand's doing too much because hardly anyone's playing it coming this way.
It doesn't seem to be swooping. It seems a little bit reverse-handed at the moment.
Reverse-handed.
Yeah, in terms of where the wind is, you expect that to be the wide side, and it's not really that wide. Yet the narrow side is swooping home.
Yes.
Reverse-handed. Is that the first time you've heard that?
Yeah, it's not part of my vernacular.
Play on B6 at Wanneroo when the hedge used to be there. You'd know what reverse-handed rink was. Scarborough had one as well.
Scarborough.
Yep, where the war was.
Yeah. East Shamana, where the war was. That had one.
And although we don't play up that end very often, I reckon Cambridge has got one as well on over on rink 6 on A Green at Cambridge. Can tend to be a bit reverse-handed. Everyone will know their own club where they've got one of those rinks that just plays a bit different to what you might expect.
Yes.
And not always a good reason for it. Yeah. Yeah. Jittery. All right. I'm being critiqued.
Nice shot. That held a long way. Well played.
But no, reverse-handed is a thing.
I'm not sure it is. Must be a Wanneroo thing. Just gonna go again. I reckon Sid's probably been the best at finding this hand. Most consistent.
Yeah, Robert Marinoni found it early a couple of times as well. But I think you're right. And he's not far away again here.
And it just seems to hold a little bit better than other bowls.
You can see there an aerodynamic that he's using. And you do find it sometimes that just one type of bowl just happens to suit for just a perfect line. Well, speaking of a perfect line, this isn't far away. If it's got the journey, just not quite there.
Quite there, no. So
Look at that line.
you've really got to get out to that white one and let it drift. If you don't, this is where you're going to finish.
Out to a good sort of line again. A little bit more weight.
Better weight.
Maybe just overdone it slightly, but certainly not a bad home.
It's better home as well, yep. Not a lot on here for Justin.
Well, it's tough, isn't it? Because there's no real angle to work with. He's got to get round the front, but then he's got to stop.
It's really just a draw to the jack. I don't see anything going for him on the forehand.
I mean,
Could
he
be a bit
could, but the
adventurous.
angles aren't great, are they?
No, he's a bit adventurous, but it's not sure he's going to get shot out of it. Alright, stick to this backhand. It's really just a draw to the jack. Forget anything else is there and get close. Although he has got a little bit of weight on this.
Yeah, this is a dangerous line if it starts to turn. Well, great effort. That angle wasn't really working for him.
No.
And he's, in a way, he's just made that a tighter line now to play.
No, harder here.
Almost taken away his forehand option. I mean, he could play a perfect shot in the forehand and sit the shot bowl for shot. He could actually do that, but gee, tough.
So Mark trying to get close without giving Justin any angle. You don't want to be turning one of those front bowls. They're pretty well situated.
And
You don't want to sit jack high. Anything else is perfect or helpful. Well, he's made the line.
This is
difficult.
tough. This is tough. It doesn't get any harder than this.
He's going back for another line.
I think he's got to back himself in the forehand now, because that last bowl's almost taken away the draw line. Knowing how much it's turning late there, maybe there's a chance to sit either of those bowls on the forehand and
front. He gets second at the very least.
but
Does slide
it's an
past
all or
it.
nothing shot. You know, and the danger
Don't
that
want to
he
get you an
pumps.
orange.
He pumps the front. Well, he also could pump the front white
White.
disc bowl in.
Tough shot, tough decision.
Forehand it is. This is one of those shots that you say to your team, if I get this, I want to clap. Oh,
In
he's
the area.
close, Pete.
Has he got the right run?
Pete,
Wow.
well, that's a great shot. That is a sensational shot.
Not only made one, but he's made two.
Made two, and it's not automatic that Mark draws this. Has to venture out wider.
The green will be slowing up, so you're going to
And
push
he's
it a
not
bit more.
there. Wow, that is a huge conversion by Justin Smith. What a shot. And he converts what looked like almost certainly two down to two up. It's 14-12. They retake the lead. Now, last time they were in front, they led 8-7, and that's when they dropped the 4. And they're back now in front. So they've repaired the damage. It's taken them a few ends to do it. Now they lead it by 2 with 6 ends to play.
Which run is this? The line is quite good, but just going to pull up 5 feet short. Green will be getting a little bit slow. It's getting cooler. As I said, it's nearly jacket weather.
Well, we're just about to tick over to 4 o'clock.
There's a smell of rain in the air. No. Rich is not happy if that occurs. Camera's exposed.
Oh. There you go. Bit of a shot of some of the cloud cover.
So who can adjust quicker to the green just slowing down? There's opportunities if he can grab it quick.
Gee, there is very little on the radar in terms of rain. So
Oh, that's Sorrento.
Well done, mate.
Mr. Phil Manning entering and leaving. No, hasn't picked the weight up.
well, opportunity knocks for Sid Loveland here to close in on this jack. How's the weight? Because the line's very good. Oh, he's played it well. Little nudge of the jack, all good. Gee, wasn't keen on stopping still, was
No,
it?
tried to duck off.
Yeah.
And mark correct.
Well,
No,
look,
didn't get
Pete, your
similar.
point about perhaps it's slowing down a little bit. Look at these bowls now. It's going to be the team that can adjust to that.
Yeah, this is
That are
opportunities for
going to be able to take the opportunity here with just 6 ends to play.
if you can just grab the march with a couple of ends before they adjust. Just got high. The weight was terrific
Yeah,
again.
he apologised for it as soon as he let it go. It was almost in the backswing he apologised for it. He just got it out to a whitish line. But it is 4 at the moment. Now, I think we can confidently say it won't stay that way.
No, this is close. This has shut that down already. May not be shot, but must stop for second.
Yeah, very close. So, Robert Marinoni. Might need a little bit of help from the outside bowl here.
It's a little touch.
Didn't get it. And that will be another one in that measure. Probably just rolled, probably not quite back to the... If it had fallen in, he would have been in the measure. Evan now.
Justin's happy.
He's played it well. Played it really well. Wow, they are just pulling up a little.
Yeah, looked like a little bit better than that.
It's another one in that mix, though. Okay, so play it as if we're down, I think was the call there. I don't think it was I think we're down. I think it was play it as if we're down. Bit more of a fighting line.
Yeah, fighting weight too.
And not going to connect with anything right the way through. I'll just put a little star on my scorecard for that conversion on that last end from Justin Smith. Sometimes those bowls, I mean, it's basically a 4-shot conversion on what looked, I won't say impossible, but very difficult.
Yep. Yeah. Had no options and found one. Can you do the same here? He'll be looking to sit his own bowl there on the wing. Get back to the jack. It's open for both skippers to play pretty well the same shot. Is he pushing? Just not going to push enough, is he?
Oh, wow. I mean, really,
Close the angle down.
the bottom, the bowl at 7 o'clock's just out of the count. Everything else is a chance at the moment.
3-1.
Yep.
Mark was was looking
Gee.
on the other hand, was he?
Well, there's players that would go the two bowls, the two York bowls, potentially to get all three of
You
them.
might get all three. I don't.
Mm.
Mark's not that kind of player.
No, but there are players that would line that up. I think if it was Justin Smith, he'd be looking at that.
Hmm. Bit of extra run on this one. So no reason for Justin to be short here. Turning his own. Unless he thinks he's down, he may even look at their lone bowl sitting there.
And as I've said, he actually needs another one in the head, although you could expect Mark's not going to play that
No.
weighted shot.
Alright, so he's not playing for the white.
He's
his
playing to
weight.
just push either of these
Oh.
bowls.
Playing,
Only needs a touch.
playing bumps. Oh, that falls down. It'll be in the mix as well. Didn't fall down.
Well, he has got another one in the area, so he needed to do that.
He might find a path around the whites, through the whites.
Needs to fight his way down now. Not quite. Oh, hang on.
Who's that coming? There's another York. Well, they could
Get
have
the measure out, boys.
They could have 4, anywhere between 1 and 4.
Get the
All
measure
one
out
down.
and tell us how many it is. Who knows?
Measure the white and see what
This
happens.
is going to be very interesting. All right. Well, that was a quick look. That's in.
definitely shot. That's
So
definitely
that'll
in
be
second.
in.
That's 2. That one doesn't make it.
Is that 4?
2.
I wasn't sure about the back ones. He was so quick on them, I wasn't sure whether they were in or not. So 2 it is. So a 4-shot lead is the result. 16-12. Now the lead to York with 5 ends to play. He was so quick on those back ones.
Yeah, clearly
Was they clearly in or they were clearly out? And they were clearly out. So, 4 shots the difference. 3 ends in a row now to York. A 3 and 2 twos.
The wind's not getting any weaker.
No, it's not. That will be running, but
No jack.
in the end, at some stage of an end, you always need a bowl back there.
Well, you hope to.
Mm.
Robert, is this going to hold?
Well,
Extra
that breeze has
breeze.
helped him out there, hasn't it? That is
Extra
perfect.
breeze. So,
Robert Luciati. 16-12 the scoreline in favour of Justin Smith.
it's getting breezy. Gary's lost the hat.
Now, does he get the same favours from the breeze
No,
here?
it's dropped off. No.
A bit harsh on the breeze, isn't it? It blew his hat off and then didn't help him at the
Yes.
other end.
Yes. Got him twice. Robert just... Yeah, it's going to drop it onto a little bit. If he had the weight, it was... Justin giving directions from a distance.
I'll just make a comment on something I'm watching behind us at the moment
That'll
because
help.
the Sorrento Club Triples final looks like it's about to happen, and they were rolling a bowl to see who would play first. It took them 4 rolls before it didn't land on its side.
Can you call edges?
Well, I've heard that's happened in footy. I have heard it's happened in footy. There was a particularly muddy ground, and it was either John Morsfold or Guy McKenna. Did Guy McKenna skip at the Eagles? He might not have done. So it might have been.
Yeah, he did do
Yeah.
a few games.
So there was a toss of the coin. It landed on its side in the mud. So they picked it up and they tossed it again, and he called heads again, and it landed on its side again. He said the third time they tossed it up, he said I called sides. It got stuck in the mud again, and I pointed one way and ran away.
Bluffed them away. Slide underneath.
I tell you what,
Far away.
this feels like some of the most difficult conditions we've had all day at the moment.
This is certainly the breeziest day we've had all week. It's been absolutely perfect. Good news is the tents are holding up well.
Yeah.
Last time Mitch was here, the tents weren't
How's
quite
the
so
pace
well.
on this?
Oh, I spoken too early. Couldn't.
Just crashed on the front. Gee, the line was good.
Last time Mitch was here was the Nationals, of course, and he got blown
Nearly
away.
got blown away, absolutely. Yeah.
Nearly caused some injuries. But we're hanging together today. Well, that angle's not great. No damage done.
Mark Shinzig's team needs to win this end, don't they? I mean, they're down 4.
Yep.
5 to play.
It's just been a while since they've won one.
They're holding shot now. Just the one. And whilst he wasn't looking to
Okay.
finish there, it's not a bad place to have landed. So we're chasing underneath for that bowl again.
Yep, I think we are.
And this one going to hold outside.
Gives them only one in the head. It's a widespread head, but there's only one York bowl.
In the end, they only have to be closer, don't they? There's nothing in between.
Has the weight, because the line is pretty good here.
Well, it's going to be another one to threaten if that York bowl goes. Now, you're 4 behind. You'd be tempted to play that yourself right now, especially with that protecting the front,
Yeah.
the front of the head.
You get the weight right.
So, almost for Justin Smith now, he needs to put away trying to get shot and just needs to get another bowl in the area. Reality is that bowl's worth about 6 at the moment.
Justin's not chasing, but he's...
Where does his bowl work its way to there? It's certainly helped. It's probably, that bowl's probably worth another 2 now, which means he's probably not chasing it.
It's not quite worth what it was. He can turn his own bowls. You never know what might happen. There's still a good shot there. Backhand for Mark.
Yep.
Turning his own bowls. Finds the hole, you never know. It's reasonably safe. He's got a lot of weight. A lot of weight. So he clearly was chasing the orange bowl, you'd suspect.
Would seem so.
Not
Well, I don't think he had any reason to be looking to get round the back, so it would seem so. I'm not sure with that weight he's going to hold up enough
no,
to get to
I
the
was
bowl.
thinking,
That's the
thinking
issue.
the same thing.
Mm.
It's sort of an in-between weight. Not enough, but too much if to turn your own. Justin's he's got that front bowl again.
And that will have made 2, so there'll be no chasing bowls out of the head now. This is a pure draw shot now. Beat the yellow, really. Beat the yellow and sort of fall in. They're calling for it to pull. It really needs to run. So, 2 on the board, an important 2 for the composite side, skippered by Mark Shinzig. They close the gap to just 2 shots. It is 16-14 with 4 ends to play.
Mark's asking how long it's been 17 ends. As long as I've been running it, and that's 12 years. Certainly haven't changed it in my time.
We do have a couple of questions there. Peter saying the cyclone arrival is extended to noon tomorrow. Any more streaming, Clive? No, not tomorrow.
Sorry, Peter.
And Glenn Archer saying who is the team against York. So it's Mark Shinzig, Robert Marinoni, Sid Loveland and Robert Lushatti. Mark and Robert are from Moodiarup. Sid is from Pinjarra. And Robert Lushatti is from Kojnup. So they are a composite team. Composite teams are allowed under the conditions of play. They just need to be approved by Bowls WA. And that all happens at the entry stage.
Yep. Put them in, give them reasons why. No super teams allowed. Well, for want of a better word, super teams. If 3 inter-zone round robin players want to join up for no particular reason, that would be shot down quite quick.
Generally, it's players in the same region and things like that, isn't it?
Smaller clubs or clubs who...
And then family reasons and things like that.
Family reasons, smaller clubs or smaller leagues. Which is not enough for their club mates want to
And
come.
that's because we don't want anyone to miss out on the opportunity to play Country Week. 1,000 players. There's clearly a desire to come down here and play, and we'd hate people to be ruled out of team event just because they don't have others that are either available or able.
Or willing, yep.
Well, it's set up to come down to the wire. As neutral fans, we always want close games.
We do.
Tell you what.
Mark finds a path and finds an anchor.
Played it really well. That's a great home, regardless. Allows him to play nice and confidently with the next. Trail it to himself, turn the front bowl up. Mind you, that's well played as well. Needs it to pull up now and has. That'll be the closest so far. But again, opportunity here for Mark just to reach here. Look to land that last ball. Just got enough of it.
Yes. Just don't know if it turned it enough.
I think the front bowl might be... Oh, I've got a bit of an angle on that. I sort of favour the front bowl, but not by much.
This is a shot ball here. This is a really good shot here. Number 1 for Robert. 1 paddle goes up.
Well, there you go. Paula letting us know that Sid is still a full member of Kojnup as well. So
yeah, but it's not his
primary club.
It's not his primary club anymore, so that's why he's got the Pinjarra shirt on.
Little scrape. Well, that's in the mix. We've got another one of these ends where there's bowls all around it and we're not quite sure.
Yeah, that's
Robert Marinoni looking for a way in.
Doesn't want to turn that front bowl now. Slides underneath it.
Well.
And that's a chance. Down with that. There you go. That's the shot bowl. It's not the way they were aiming, but...
Sat in a knife edge too. Nearly fell out. Has he let this go?
So his weight is
Has
the
he
concern
pushed?
here. Trying. Nearly got the back door as well. We got to surround it again.
Look at it. Incredible. Well, there's just... I mean, we can't even tell whether there's any value in moving that that composite white stickered bowl because we don't know how many seconds York's got. There could be up to 3 seconds there, but we don't know.
No Justin is probably one down. He probably still has the best opportunities.
Well, he could play underneath on the backhand even to sit that bowl out of there.
Mark's sort of got to stay a little bit high, and he's done that.
Well, he's played this really well. A little bit of contact.
Well,
Well, that
tidies it up
settles
a
all
lot.
of that, and it looks like two.
2 now. Yep. Just makes that a lot better looking. Gives Justin something to think about here. Before,
Well, he-
really, he just had to sort of reach on the.
It's not
Tighter
dissimilar to
side.
that one where he got forced to play the forehand side and came up with the goods. Again, he's not got an awful lot of angles to work with here. He's going to the forehand to try and draw the shot. It can only be a draw shot on the forehand.
Drops inside the sort of the last bowl, Mark's last bowl, he gets shot.
If he's got the weight, he's nearly perfect here.
Oh no. One made second.
Robert Marinoni having a good look at this. And gives us no indication.
He gives us nothing. It's 1 or 2.
Gary's got one paddle in his hand, but that would be expected.
Yeah, he hasn't shown
He's
it.
not certain whether it's two.
It's a pretty good angle as well, isn't it?
Is he going to
It's
rock?
just
Does he get to the outside edge? He
that
does.
makes definitely 2. Gives Justin no angles to work with here. That front cannon doesn't seem to work.
We'll get one of them out.
We'll get one of them out. Doesn't seem like it's going to the jack or the. Or
Is
the
that
one
his best
behind.
bet? Get one of them out. Or does he try and draw the shot on the forehand?
Gets one of them out. If he can, I suppose, get some more movement forward, he might be able to.
It might sort of flop its way in. Yeah.
Get a double whack on the white to get
Having
it a
said
bit
that,
further.
he was near perfection with his previous attempts. I think that's what he's
Yep.
looking for.
Sticking to the draw.
Wow.
It's got
Can
the
he
similar
come up with something
distance.
here?
Similar distance to what he had with his first option.
Can he come up with something here? Needs to clear his own now.
Or get all of it.
Yeah.
Did that help?
I think that'll still be two. Yep. Two it is. And what does that mean?
Start again.
We're locked away at 16 all. It's a 3-hand race for the title. 3 ends to determine a winner. This match has ebbed and flowed both ways. We've seen runs of ends. We've seen the last 2 ends go the way of Mark Shinzid's composite crew. Prior to that, it was 3 ends in a row to York. There's not a lot in it in terms of direction of play.
No. Very evenly matched. Oop, we've got a unexpected short jack.
Yeah, it'll be long enough, I think.
Yeah, I think it's long enough, but it's not. Oh, they won it straight as well.
Mark had checked whether it was long enough and he was decided it was, and he just left it there.
So this is not part of the game plan. Not sure we've seen anything this short coming this way.
Well, it'll be interesting to see whether it takes the vicious turn out. Based
Nope.
on that, you would say no. You know, sometimes
Yeah.
you're playing into a different part of the green, it just changes things a little.
This looks like a pretty good angle. Has it got the run?
It's very good.
Nice start.
It's very, very
Nice
good.
start from Gary there.
Well, that's somewhere near the line that Robert needs as well, you know.
Just got to run.
Oh, it's a very good bowl.
Captain of the kids over there.
Looks like Justin Smith's family has just arrived and all running in to say
Yeah.
hello.
I think they've been over there for a little while.
Oh, okay.
He's just made himself available.
Right. There's a couple of very cute moments just then over there.
Now they've been pointed their direction.
I'll tell you
Good shot
what,
here.
how's
This
the
is a
pace
reach.
on this?
This is on it.
What a
That's great
shot. Brilliant shot. Sid Loveland.
The shorter length is agreeing with everyone.
Well, you talked about how he's liked that hand up there and he's handled it well, Pete, and you're spot on. I hate admitting when you're right, but happens sometimes.
Everyone gets lucky.
Yeah, a little bit of an opening, shot to try and open things up a little bit.
Oh, that'll help. That'll help a lot.
A little fortunate, but does give them a look. Got to be willing to change this. I think backhand down onto his own bowl. Got to be willing to change this first. Yep, Sid just confirming under the orange. Has to be under the orange. Cannot just leave this because it will not stay this way. He's pointed it well again.
So, it's easy sliding under the orange. He has got the first bit.
Oh, and he's unlucky that hasn't sat better. That's probably made it worse in a way, but he's so unlucky.
Yeah. No, they can both split out now.
This is vulnerable as.
It's not fair sometimes.
Oops, that's gone under. That's one of those ones where you can't, you don't get to trust it.
Opportunity to change. Oh, nice little.
Let's put that in a very handy spot.
Yes.
It was going out of bounds otherwise.
Yeah, well, I think the blue one is out of bounds. I don't think Mark understands how that happened. Oh, this is a good shot too. This is changing it. And he lays it. Probably could have changed it better, but it still is better.
It has to be better than the way it was sitting. It was not going to survive 4 or 5 attempts at it. Evan, Justin's impressed with the delivery. Don't know about the weight.
No, the style was good, but full marks for style.
Justin Smith, yet another of these very relaxed individuals out on the green.
Yeah, he's a country boy.
Yeah.
He's a true country boy. Doesn't get upset by too much.
So he's urging Evan to reach here. Give it an opportunity to either trail the jack or turn their own bowl up, and he just poked it out. It's going to go to a good home.
Justin won't be unhappy with that.
So Justin knows that tight's working for him because that white bowl can come straight up onto the shot bowl or even up onto the jack. If he's just on the outside of it, he can trail it himself. The white ball almost can't find a way out. There's probably one little angle there where it could.
Yeah, if you get it right in the middle, maybe it can come straight up through that hole.
And then it'd be a matter of where Justin's bowl was going off it, which it can, be very unlucky.
So, Mark, he doesn't want to get to the white one.
Well, does he change some angles by doing that, though? Well,
didn't hurt. White one can go out cleanly now if Justin gets Mark's ball onto it.
I think this is just a confident sort of draw to trail the jack. It's a confident draw to trail the jack.
Just sit on the jack, basically. He just wants another 6 inches.
Really well played. Don't know that angle's quite working for him at the front.
No. If you needed a few numbers, there's a shot for Mark to
bounce them both out of there?
Bounce them both out.
Yeah.
If you're adventurous enough, get onto your own.
I think Justin's pretty much resigned to the same shot, and if he does just bump the front bowl, that can get shot. But any play to push it up's probably going to push it too far. Oh, that's deep.
Yep, so that one.
It'll be 1. Yes, 1 to Mark Shinzig's crew. And they lead at 17-16 with 2 ends to play. Been a massive day of finals here. How is this one going to play out? Do we
Extra end?
talk extra end?
Not if York get a 1 in the next end. We
Well,
don't.
no, unless, well, can still happen, but that would reduce the odds
Dramatically.
or increase the odds. Yeah, anyway, yeah, but make it less likely.
Yes. Kept it shortish. He's obviously liked that length. Speaking of odds. The odds of this one's just going to pull up a little short. Great line. Gary, what kind of weight has he got?
Well, it's good enough.
I hear Justin. I don't see. Oh, there he is. I couldn't find him. He was hiding behind a pole.
Oh,
But I could hear him.
he'll be pleased you said that. Now, talking about pace here, I think this one is lacking. So, opportunity knocks now for York to close right in on this jack. It could just take 1 or 2 big bowls here to seal a title. And that's 2 very solid bowls.
Yep. No.
Sid, he's been impressive.
Yeah, no, he's been very good, hasn't he? Oh, we bumped him.
Mozed.
Yeah, we got him.
Commentator's curse. Although, no, he's gone. Commentator's curse.
Yeah, we got him. Nice weight. So he's got things going for it.
Well, this one's going to have to hang on as well. I don't know now that he wants it to, actually. Probably wants it to let go. There it goes. Yep. Okay, Sid just needs to trust his delivery this time and just push it out to the line that it needs to be on. His weight was perfect last time.
If his weight's perfect again, he's very good.
He needs the jack, I think. Well, Robert Marinoni's close for this.
He's got the wobbles up, but
He's played it
Number
well.
1.
Great shot. That's huge.
just tucks away a little bit.
So does that induce just a little bit of a landing type shot now?
He's got the weight. He's close. Just he's called for a bit of luck again, Justin.
Oh, and it's come right up. I don't know whether it's done enough. It is close. 1 down is the call from Mark Shinzig. So
Still need another one in the head here.
well, he's fed it out wider. Well, I've got to say, I'm not sure whether it'll get back from out there at the moment. Just stayed a bit. Perfect weight. It might have got back. Feels like, if anything, it's getting a smidgen wider out there, Pete. Of course, they won't have to worry about that after this end, because they'll be done in this direction.
No.
Well, potentially. Of course, we still could be going to overtime here.
Everyone's in deep discussions. Robert finds his way through the head. And literally through the head. Didn't want to go round it.
Well, massive couple of bowls here.
Yeah, if I can... Okay, he's looking at his forehand. Bit of weight required by going that way. So he's got a bit of weight here.
A bit of luck required. Not quite.
That's Justin. Is he taking a little bit of a chance, look, to sit their bowl out?
It's an interesting
He is
choice.
holding
Pete.
shot.
It's an interesting choice. I would have thought the chance of the bowl going clean is on Mark's other hand. I know Justin's walking up to play his shot. I'm not sure he can get that. When he can get it to the jack, which isn't a bad result, given the bowl just behind. So, anyway, we'll see what Justin Smith comes up with first. And we'll see what Mark decides with his last. Well,
Has he got the run? That's his only problem here.
he's going to park another one in the area.
That'll block up that hand.
I think Mark can play the same shot on the other hand, just with that controlled weight. He does run the risk of dropping two if his own bowl rolls out.
Yep.
His own closest bowl at the moment, and his own bowl sort of splits off. That's the danger. I mean, he can cold draw it.
Yep,
he
he
can
can.
draw the shot. A nudge of the jack, he could
We've
make
got the
two.
odds. You cold draw it and fail, you drop one, go into the last end level with last bowl.
Yeah.
That's not the worst thing.
And there's the windsock. That's been busy all day. It's certainly a busy job if you're the windsock at Sorrento.
That's a full-time job. So back to his backhand.
What weight's he using here? Looks like it's mainly just draw
Yeah.
weight.
He's gone back to the draw here. And, not terrible.
Does it drop?
Great
Great effort. That is a super effort. That's about the most weight he could play to not be turning his own bowl out of the head. Now,
And Justin's got a decision to make.
he's got the back of the rink. Does he think about trying to push through his own bowl and push the white bowl out? He's got the back of the rink if he pushes a shot bowl through the jack.
He'd be playing it if he could make like 3 or so. He wouldn't. I'm not sure 2's enough to.
He can actually play it on either hand.
Yeah,
There's a shot there either way.
2's not enough for me to be.
Yep, so you'd need the white one to be counting as well.
Yeah, I think so. And it probably does. If he gets his blue onto the. If he hits his own ball onto the.
I think Pete Evans
Composite
just
team.
gave him the green light to play it.
And I don't mind it. It's worth 3, possibly 4 if he's stuck in there, but he's not playing it. It's clearly a draw shot.
In trouble with the draw shot is he doesn't want a piece of the jack now.
No, he doesn't want the jack. Doesn't want the jack, unfortunately.
Well, he's drawing for one.
Still got shot, but unfortunate for him, it's not 2.
So, well, they could have just played one end. It's 17 all. It's 17 all after 16 ends where you have one end to play, and it all comes down to this.
Well, Justin doesn't want to go back to the first end because that wasn't good for him.
No.
What length they're going to play here?
We don't have a man up and jack in the ditch moment, so we can rule that out.
They're going reasonably long.
Well, here we go.
3/4.
One end. After a long week of country week,
Comes down to one end.
one end will decide our champion.
Who is going to be the hero? Any one of the 8 could be.
Who can
Leader.
play the big ball first?
Leader on the front of the jack. But around it was.
Or does he force a change of hand for Robert
Yep.
or Shaddy?
It's given him the.
Don't think he's been out here much. I'm not sure I remember Robert out on this hand much at all.
No, you don't want to go one close now on that end. You're kicking yourself all game. Well,
He's
wasn't
not
that there
bad.
sooner?
He's not bad at all.
Weight's pretty good.
Well, that's a great shot. And what that tells you is he's been watching. He's been paying attention to what's going on.
Well, none of them have been out there that much.
No. But he's had a look when players have gone out there roughly where it is.
And this isn't bad either.
I think it's overdone for weight. He had the right to give it a chance. He didn't want 2 short bowls. That breeze whips through again.
Yes. Just gives you an extra puff occasionally.
His last one came from about there, but I'm not sure about the pace this time.
He's a touch wider, it just held.
All it was. Yeah. Oh, and a little bit of weight. Mark Palumbo, has he got the jack?
Jack or the bowl. Nothing. Wow.
It's a game of millimetres. There's nothing in that. He really couldn't have played that much better to give it maximum chances. You know, you had a chance to touch the jack, a chance to sit the bowl. Sid, he's been very good. Does he
Round
create
out.
a bit of nuisance value here?
Turned his back on it.
Well, that is nuisance value.
Should make him go to the other hand.
He has gone to the
So,
other hand.
Has the weight on this? No, it hasn't got it. I thought for a minute it might have, but
The line looked great.
put it up short quickly.
So the only issue with playing here is that does he open that door back up by moving
His own bowl.
his own bowl?
Yeah, you'd certainly rather not be touching your bowl, that's for sure. That's a tight line.
Wants to beat the yellow now if he can.
Oh, they're just going to play blockouts. Build the wall.
I'm sure that wasn't the intent.
No.
Well, does this come back to backhand now and just look for the bowl? Because it's going to be hard to draw it. That's what they're going to do. It's, even if you can get that bowl out, it's going to be hard to draw the
Yeah,
shot.
You're not drawing shot here. You're sitting something, turning something here.
Oh,
That's
he
not
is
far away.
close.
He's very
What's he got?
Is he holding? Is
No,
he holding?
he's just dropping under. It's going to be target practice, looking to try and get that ball out of there. Can Robert Marinoni somehow find a second shot in here? He's not bad.
Line's good. Find a way past that. His weight's not terrible. Oh, the wall's getting long. There are holes in the wall, but yeah, Justin just
Almost has to commit to looking for that bowl, I think.
doesn't necessarily change his shot if he was looking for the ball already.
Mm.
The hole's still there for that. But you don't want to be turning them into another better position.
Do you just
do
go the jack in the ditch?
Justin might. I'm not.
He's
how-
asked Evan, are you confident at going for the jack?
Even if he moves one of the front ones.
So
It's a big
if you're going
bowl.
to play the floater, it's probably almost just as good to just go the jack.
Yeah, the floater runs the risk of just pumping theirs, turning theirs over.
Well, it's big
onto
weight.
the
You
line.
might get lucky and get it off one of those bowls.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't mind playing that shot,
There's all sorts of chances up there.
you're going for the jack in the ditch.
Jack in the ditch, and if you hit anything up front, you may still get a result. Now, if you get a result that way, is it lucky? Well,
Still
by
got,
choosing the right weight to play, you're giving yourself that chance to get lucky.
you still got the trophy in your hand.
I suppose there's a forehand shot to sit the bowl as well. Just underneath the orange in that gap.
There's still the risk of turning theirs into a second shot.
In a sense, 2 downs is bad as 1 down, but it does limit your options.
Yeah, just reduces those
Mm.
options.
All right, well, they'll make a decision.
Yeah. They're looking forehand, are they? Can't tell by Justin's.
The last discussion was the forehand shot, but did they decide the swinger or did they decide jack in the ditch?
It's all about the weight rather than the shot, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Good weight. Healthy weight here. And he's got it, hasn't he?
He's got it. What a shot. That's brilliant. Well, it was the last option they discussed, and he went up and got it.
So, great shot, but still plenty of room here.
And options.
He's only got to get past the white, turn a white.
Do you know what, 2 rolls probably? 2 rolls?
I'm not even sure it needs that. But I think if you have weight enough to draw a shot, is enough weight to get your front one up and over.
Gee, that was a great shot from Evan. He never looked like missing that.
Also a lot of weight here. He might even get to the orange here.
Oh, not quite.
So that was the plan.
So, if you're Justin, what are you doing here? Do you try and get another one in there?
You have to.
You surely have to, but
You can't think that is going to be the winner. It might be the winner, but you can't.
and you've got to do it carefully.
You don't want to be turning anything white. So you really got to be forehand, don't you?
Forehand through the yellow
Through
or
the
just
yellow.
outside it.
If you just get around
Yeah.
the orange,
Yeah,
you're getting
yellow,
another.
orange. Yeah,
I'm going orange.
it's got a bit of both in it, so we're
I'm
both
going
right.
orange. We're not both right.
Well, there's the line that we were talking
Well,
about.
this will be enough. That's number one.
Yeah, it doesn't really change much.
No, it doesn't change anything except sitting the orange now.
Yeah, unless
Doesn't.
you set it belly. Mm.
Yeah, it's sitting and staying. There's clearly more orange. Richard. Clearly more orange.
There's yellow there.
The only bit of yellow there is the sticker. Doesn't look that pretty close up, but it looks quite nice from a distance.
Just glad you didn't knock it over.
Well, Mark, plenty of options out here,
Well,
including holes.
he's given it a chance.
Is he getting to the front one? No. Is he getting to the orange?
He is. No, I don't think so. I
Nope,
think that's
no.
still one to Justin.
Yeah, no. Evan put his finger up very quickly.
Yeah.
Just sat it and really took its place because it
Yeah.
didn't.
Just rolled through it a bit, didn't he? He needed it to sit and fall back.
Yeah.
Mm.
But he sat and actually just replaced it. Justin. Don't like that
And
one.
he's tried to be careful, and that's what happens.
Well, Mark,
Did you just go the blue bowl?
that's not Mark's game, I don't think.
Okay. So it's going to be the same shot as last time.
I think so. And why not? That same weight, and he does turn his own, he wins.
He's basically got about 1.5 foot area to be in to be a big chance. Here we go.
All or nothing. Down. It comes down. Whole week comes down to one bowl.
He's got it away fairly well.
The weight is good enough.
Is he going to draw this?
He needs to
Is
find
he
a
going to
hole.
draw this in the gap?
He has to because
Mark Shinzig needs it to run.
no, it hasn't.
I don't think it's run.
No, it hasn't. Just didn't give it enough.
And it is York. Wow, that bowl needed to roll probably one more bowl maybe. And it is York that take the title. Justin Smith, Evan Rouse, Mark Palumbo and Gary Lawrence get there 18-17 in the final match of Country Week Men's Edition for 2025. They are your AFGRI champions. Wow, what a match, Pete.
Well, yeah. What a way to finish a great week of Country Week bowls. Both teams would have been worthy winners.
Spare a thought
Both.
for Mark Shinzig. He was so close with that last bowl. He backed himself to draw it, and he was so close. The line was perfect.
Both so excited to be in the final, and both would have been worthy winners.
All right, well, that is going to bring us to a conclusion of our coverage. Peter, thank you so much, and
Thank
well
you.
done on a magnificent week, mate. You're a legend.
And week. very good. I've enjoyed myself immensely as usual.
For Mitch, that's looked after all of our pictures and everything today, a top job as usual. We love his work, and to AFGRI, to BCIB, and to the Regional Men's Health Initiative, we thank them so much for their involvement. To all the players that have come along and been part of Men's Country Week is a big thank you. 1,000 players have been involved in this event, and they've done a fantastic job of getting games completed, getting games through. But in the final scheme of things, it is Justin Smith, Evan Rouse, Mark Palumbo and Gary Lawrence that win at 18-17. It says 17 all on that scoreboard, but it is 18-17 to get them over the line. And we spare a thought for our runners-up. There always has to be a runner-up. But that's going to conclude our coverage. Of course, keep an eye on the Bowls WA website for all of the events that are still coming up. Women's Country Week's just around the corner, so we won't be far away with that one. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for being part of today. It's been a wonderful day, and we'll catch you next time. Subtle ways of letting you know the score needs updated. And then one of them you didn't take the hint, so I've gone. Yeah.